Welcome to Doozer's shop. It is Friday. I am home from work. Stopped at my buddy's shop and we had a couple beers and caught up on talking cars and trucks and engines and life in general. But now I'm home and I'm happy it's Friday. Had a good work week, but I felt compelled to make a shop video and just give you guys some random updates on just whatever's been going on, even though it might not be too interesting. I just wanted to share with you guys whatever I'm doing. So let me go handheld and kind of walk you around and show you what I'm up to. All right, here we go, handheld. First thing, I like projects that you can kind of finish quickly. In my torch cart, I added a tray. A much needed tray to keep the striker and the cut and tip, or whatever else we need for the torch. So I'm kind of back up. So this is a torch cart where the cylinders are fore and aft instead of side by side, and it kind of works out nice because you can get it through like a doorway easier, just around the shop easier in general. But it never had a place to put anything. So what I did is, see, I had this tray. It was from a Little Giant torch cart, but not this torch cart. I don't know what make this torch cart is, but it's pretty old. It's almost like that iEasy green color. And you see the newer torch cart where this came from is like a forest green or something. But anyhow, what I came up with for mounting brackets, well, I mounted it where you see it, up high on the handle. And I made these brackets out of 2-inch flat stock, 2x4 thick. And I just I'll kneel down and show you. I just, TIG welded them to the bottom, and then I TIG welded them to the cart. But, it kind of works out as a nice place to keep my my tip cleaners and my striker and the different tips. So, nice project just to make the shop better, and didn't take too long. I'm not going to go through the fabrication of the welding and everything. You guys know how to do that. I just use a protractor, and I found that was bent at 35 degrees. Scribed a line on my piece and transferred it over, and just kind of eyeballed the length so it looks nice. Well, it's probably like 5.5 or 6 inches on the one leg and whatever, and I just squared it up. But yeah, nice easy project that I can do and just be done with it, and it helps make the shop a easier, nicer place to work. As far as modifying stuff, I know I got stuff hanging everywhere. My vacuum. Okay, so this is a Harper 2-wheel dolly, and the black painted pieces I added, this hoop and this hoop, I added. I'll show you the back because there's, both sides. I added those black painted hoops, and they're like stair climbers, I guess you call them. When you lean it all the way back, it has something to rest on while you drag it upstairs or whatever. And those top ones are just strength and gives you a nice grab handle. So, like I say, that's a modification I made to my 2-wheel dolly cart, and kind of goes along with the theme of the the torch cart. I did the torch cart a couple days ago, the tray on it, and the Harper lift truck cart. I did the extra pieces a while ago, and you might wonder where I got these bent pieces, because I don't have a tubing bender. These were off of like a Generac generator frame that somebody was chucking out in the trash. And I actually, I fish mouthed the tubing, to fit on the, to fit everything, and welded it all up. So, I mean, I like to do, in this kind of, attaches to the bottom like so. So I kind of like to do some precision fit up and, fabrication, because, you see the welding bench and my helmets and the TIG welder and my torches, and, I like using this stuff. That's the reason you got to shop, is to fabricate stuff. So that's what I enjoy doing, even if it's little knick-knacky projects. My old air compressor, it's kind of neat. I built this air compressor when I was like 14 years old or so, and the pump I got from this old guy, Mr. Bites. He used to rubbish, pick up stuff in the trash day, and that pump is a refrigerator pump. It's a Delco, GM, General Motors, refrigerator pump. And it's a nice little quiet compressor. And like I say, I built it when I was about 14 years old. And, it's quiet and it works. You're not going to run air tools with it, but for blowing off chips is, jam up good, So, what else have I been up to? Let's see. eBay stuff. I got an eBay purchase. Let's see here. Yeah, eBay purchase. This boring head. Pardon the. This is, offset boring head, and it's what's the name? Everdy tool. It says it somewhere. Okay. It's EVERDE tool. Okay. Nice one. 2-inch shank. And it's like 3/4. It's a weird size to accept the boring bar. It's like 15/16, which is kind of odd. But what I'm going to do is just make a bushing down to 3/4, or I could go 7/8. But it's a real nice one. I oiled it up. It's not scarred up on the dovetails at all. It operates really smooth turning it. And you might be wondering, why this 2-inch? What the heck am I going to do with that? Well, I mean, I could put it in a chuck and turn this down to something smaller, like whatever would fit a Bridgeport 7/8. But the 2-inch, I'll show you. For the boring mill, I've got these TG 200 collets, and I got a collet holder that fits the boring mill head over there, the boring mill whatever. So I got duplicates because I got a good eBay deal. So inch, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, 3/4, and 2 inches, and these are jam up huge. So 2-inch, and, so I'm probably just going to use them. This boring head on the horizontal boring mill with these super cool TG 200. Well, this one's a 2-inch collet. So, yeah, man. Who's got 2-inch capable collets and stuff. Doozer does. Jam up good. So yeah, that was a good purchase. This was $1 and shipping was $12. So for 13 bucks, I won this Joker on eBay. I thought it was a deal. And I've got other ones, but kind of take you around. No, I didn't get working on the Gorton gearbox. My apologies, I will. Oh, this is cool. This is off of a, I guess a Burke Powermatic milling machine, horizontal mill. They were trashing it out at work, so I saved it from the trash because, you know, always can use a hand crank. Yes, we will get back on the Gorton gearbox. I promise you. So on the boring mill, you've got 4 bolts here on this. This is the spindle part that doesn't come out, and I guess this is the bar that comes out. So this is 4 Morse taper, a little cross thingy, and that's the retention key, and that's the knockout key. But on the boring mill, my Giddings Lewis, there's keys here, and this, you know, obviously turns, and there's 4 bolts. But I'm going to make an adapter for a chuck, collet chuck, and let me show you. All right, so these two are adapters for the TG200. This is TG200 to 50 flange, which is for the Van Norman 22 LU, and this one is the TG200, and it's got like a straight shank. And this is a Cat 50, but forget about the fact that it's Cat 50. This is getting cut off right there, and I'm going to make a face plate that this will either press into or whatever, weld it or stitch it. So this will take the TG200 collets, and then the flange plate, which will be here, will bolt to the Giddings and Lewis with those four bolts in the key slot. So that's going to be my collet holder. You know, I mean, you get the idea. And I've already got a collection. Those in the background are 2-inch end mills. And in the foreground, I think they're 1.5 inches or something, end mills. So yes, I can use the up to 2-inch end mills in the boring mill. Very cool, heavy duty. And this is my vertical vise. I've done another video in the past on this vise, so you might want to kind of scroll back and check out my vise. Oh yeah, so I got this cutter. It looks like about a 3.5 inch or 4 inch or something, and I don't have the inserts in it, but I got a box full of like 35 inserts for this cutter, and they're positive rake, so it's always a good cutting action. So I got to play with that eventually. That'll be another video. But aside from that, still got the Colchester gearbox apron, sorry, and you know the covers are for the Hendy tool and gauge maker. That's going back on. And like I said, I got to get some sprockets. I'm going to order them from Surplus Center, I think like Lincoln, Nebraska, to get this gearbox back working, and I'll make another follow-up video. But I just wanted to, oh, one quick thing. I bought a lamp at IKEA. I'm going to put it on the Brown & Sharp 13. Let me turn it on here. Yeah, probably a bad thing to do, turn it off the camera. But it's a cool flexi lamp. And I'm going to mount it, I think, to the top of the turret up in that gearbox. I'm going to make a bracket. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Until next time, this is Doozer's Shop.